Welcome to Real Estate Matters. Everything you want to know from buying a house to selling a house, from investing to flipping real estate. And now here's two ladies who know their way around a real estate listing, Tamika Bryant and Christy Porter.
Hello, Tamika.
Good afternoon, Christy.
So we're back in the studios with Mary, and can you believe it? TV25 asked us to come back.
Yeah, I know.
So we must have done something right last week. Mm-hmm. I heard our ratings were just off
through the
roof.
roof.
Charts, yes. People were calling for endorsements. Did you get those calls?
Nope,
No?
I didn't.
Okay. I didn't either, truth be told. But today we have a wonderful guest, Maisha Green with the Talking Real Estate. Oh, I'm sorry, just the Real Estate House, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good. So welcome, Maisha.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Have you ever been on the radio before?
Back in college. Just
Really?
a small snippet spot.
Yeah. Did you sing or commercials or
No,
you were
I
a
just
guest?
sat there and said yes. No. Yes.
Okay.
What about TV?
Yeah,
TV?
TV?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to go into journalism. So I
Really?
did a small little journalism program spot where I reported the weather and said something about some radioactivity was happening because I didn't know the terms. So, yeah.
So from weather girl to realtor.
Yes, and
Take
a
us-
whole lot more in between.
Yeah. Talk to us about how you got to where you're at now.
Absolutely. Well, right now I am a property manager with the real estate house.
Okay.
How I got started was back in 2012. I was corporate girl behind the desk cubicle, hated it, needed a way out immediately. So I had a friend whose aunt was in property management, and she was kind of the more corporate side of property management. So I learned real quickly that in order to start property management, you got to start leasing. Or to start leasing, you have to have experience leasing. So I'm like, well, where do you get that? So couple of Craigslist ads, searching, few interviews, and found a investor here in Kansas City that did a lot of low income affordable housing options, rental options. So biggest clientele was Section 8 renters. So I learned real quick how that works. Mm-hmm. Interviewed me that day. By that evening, had the job, and the next day I said, bye, I'm leaving. So from there, quit that day. Within that first month, I replaced my full salary that I was making as a corporate person because I liked it. It was the hustle and bustle. I was strictly commission. He told me first 3 months you're going to be strictly commission. And I said, well, as long as the calls come in, I'm okay. Mm-hmm. You know, I was already had the background of marketing and sales, so I was okay with that. Got in there, became his top performing leasing agent that he had, so much so that he felt the need to buy more properties. Which gave me more opportunities to buy more. I mean, to lease more. You know, I ended up leasing well over 200, 250 houses for him.
Wow.
In a short period, 2 years. Yeah.
That's a lot of
yes,
leasing.
Yes, lots of leasing. Lots of leasing. I mean, it just shows that the market is there. The renters are there, and especially in the low-income housing market. Mm-hmm. I think there needs to be more opportunities and more housing options available for people in that market. And not just the housing options, but the quality housing options. And so what kind of made me pivot a little bit to become a licensed agent was, even though he was growing really fast due to me leasing them up faster, he couldn't maintain them. And so we were having issues with maintenance, keeping up with the demands and the requirements and qualifications for Section 8 rules and regulations. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of let him know, you know, he suggested me go be a realtor. So I said, okay. Knew nothing about it. Didn't know I had to have a broker. He just told me to go to school. So I went to school and was in class learning. And I was like, So we get on the subject of property management, and you're supposed to be licensed to do leasing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I said, oh.
Don't turn me in, please.
Yeah, exactly. Just going to act like I didn't know and kind of let him know I'm going to scale back just a little bit until I get my license to be a realtor to continue to lease your houses because, the fines were ridiculous. I said, I'm not going to continue.
Did you ever get fined?
Never got fined.
Oh, nice.
Never.
Until now.
Right, exactly.
Is Maisha really your real name?
Yes.
Cover. That's the cover.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So, oddly enough, though, once I kind of scaled back, he did too. Reevaluated kind of his business model. And from there, he grew from mostly single-family houses, what he had. Because also during that time when I was leasing for him, there was changes in the Section 8 market. Section 8 lost $4 billion nationwide. So those investors that were going in, trying to provide housing for low-income families on Section 8, a lot of money was scaled back, meaning a lot of those businesses had to, pivot a little bit, change a little bit. And so he wanted to go into multifamily. So he sold quite a few of his homes and bought up several buildings for him, in which now I am managing a total of 11 buildings for him. That comes out to 144 doors for him.
Wow.
Yes. Managing and still leasing for him too.
And you look so lovely.
Thank you. I try.
You're not
this
bald.
Is just for today.
You still have hair, and you pulled it all out,
yeah.
right? I mean, that's a lot of stress.
It is.
Is it not?
Yes, it is. It is. Especially when you're just leasing, you find them, you help them out, you get them in there, and then you're done. When you're property management and leasing, it's from start to end and everything in between. So, you got the maintenance calls, and a lot of times some renters don't understand how to maintain a house, how to maintain a unit, how to maintain a clean unit, how things work, how things functions. You can't put everything in a garbage disposal. Some things just don't go down there.
Really? I'm thinking to myself, that was such a lovely way of saying that. Wasn't it so nice when she said, some people just don't know how to manage.
Yeah. It's
very nice.
It's a little bit different for some people. And then you do have to get, as some people say in the industry now, especially with deal with low income, your social worker hat on sometimes. You do have the issues with families, making sure you're letting them know things they should already know.
Right.
Yeah, and also providing avenues for them when they get to a point where they can't pay rent. I'm a firm believer that, you can't, I don't feel like you should just throw them out immediately, help them find the sources, because there's lots of monies and lots of grant opportunities and lots of nonprofit organizations in Kansas City that's willing to help pay deposits, help pay utility bills, help pay rents until they get back on their feet.
Gosh, I'm just sitting here thinking all the different hats you're wearing.
Yes.
I mean,
lots of
right?
hats. Yes.
I mean, that's a lot of different roles you're playing.
Yes, definitely. And it's a lot of different faces I have to wear and different styles of communication. Yeah, because I also, not only do I do the Section 8 low-income tenants, I also do regular market rate tenants. So now I'm going from the lower end of scale on or spectrum on income levels to the higher end, which I'm dealing with condos, people that's renting condos, one-bedroom apartments in the downtown, midtown area.
Okay.
And that's a whole different model there in itself. They're picky, pick up the trash on the floor. Whereas opposed to you're telling other people, please pick up your trash and throw it in a dumpster.
And I'm just thinking very dramatic.
Yes.
I mean, on the spectrum.
Yes.
I mean, I would think it would be,
Very
okay, I'm
much
sorry, who am I talking to? Okay. Yes. Do you not? Do you have to stop and really?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, or even my dialect and my language, sometimes, some people you're comfortable with, pick up your stuff, that kind of thing. Other people's like, I understand. Yes, Miss.
More casual.
Yes.
Versus more formal.
Exactly.
Is that the way
So
of saying
this is
it?
your niche that you love.
Yes, I do love it. I do love the hustle bustle. Every day is different. Some days it's a fire, which I did have that experience, and then some days it's I don't want to answer my phone today because I already know what that's about, but I'm just going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or would you please quit calling me so much? I know it's going to get taken care of.
So like a fire. Like there's a real fire.
Yes. So not that long ago, in one of my apartments, first day rent is due, they set my office on fire. So you can't drop off rents.
What?
The entire office.
On purpose.
On purpose. Left the
What do you
lighter.
do with that? Besides
Put my
the
note up.
obvious.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to put myself in that person's mind. So
yeah, right.
rent is due on the 1st. And so instead of paying the rent, I'll set the office on fire because then I don't have to pay the rent.
Right. Because that will never.
Because it's not going to be due even though there's a fire.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh, shoo. Office is on fire. I can't pay you rent.
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry.
Now,
That is
yeah.
scary.
So got that taken care of, got that situated. You do have to, those type of things you have to readjust real quick. Well, now what I
Sure.
do, because now I have 50 some odd tenants that can't pay rent.
Go think that
So I have to, and I have no office to sit and wait for them to come visit
And you
me.
have
So-
the police there.
and the
as they have
police there,
arson
and then you have
and,
insurance, and then
everyone
you have
else there. And
And that's just one little sliver of
Right.
your entire day. Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, we still have our maintenance issues, and even for today, we had our inspections for our insurance appraisal people that came in today. So they wanted to see every unit, every building.
All, what'd you say, 144 doors?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So I'm sure you welcome them with tea and cookies, right? Kind of get that going?
Just open the door and go.
Let's sit down and let's talk a bit.
Yes.
You know? That's awesome.
Yes.
So I heard, so this is your niche with property management. And then what is your other niche that you have? Because I know there's another part of your business that you are an expert in.
It's kind of all still tied together with the multifamily, but it is with the condos and lofts in the downtown, midtown area.
Okay.
I actually just recently closed on 2 condos in the plaza area.
Okay.
And now that, and it was an investor, and now that investor is ready to rent. And so what we're doing is trying to compare the area to see what it rents for. And now I'm ready to start leasing that. What I'm noticing, though, because I'm originally from Kansas City, born and raised here, so it's interesting to see how apartment I used to rent while in college, I was only paying $28 a month, is now being rented for $1,000.
What?
Yes. It is definitely changing in Midtown,
Right.
downtown area. And so, and it's good for me to see it because I'm a part of it now, because one of my buildings that I manage on Linwood in Maine, we are now renting for $850 a month.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. That's exciting. Well, we're going to stop right here and take a break. And when we come back, I want to hear more about what you're doing on the downtown loft segment. And also, I do have a couple questions for you on property management.
Absolutely.
So let's take a break. You're listening to Real Estate Matters with Tamika Bryan and Christy Porter on Smart Companies Thinking Bigger Radio at blogtalkradio.com and TV25. We'll be right back.